Captain's log stardate 021420201514.0. Starship Excelsior's login CC 77246. So I'm actually wanting to talk a couple minutes about a few things, and I want to wish every one of you a happy Valentine's Day, including my family, wherever you're out at. Happy Valentine's Day to my family, my close friends, and so forth. May God wrap you in his everlasting love. Now, for a couple things I want to talk to you this morning about is this morning has been really interesting with the weather, the being the way it is. It woke me up, and usually I don't complain, but Chloe and I are going to have to slowly clean the entire house and clear the window shelf here so we can actually, hold on a sec, that we can actually go ahead and utilize the, that's fine. Utilize the windowsill again, because spring's just around the corner. We got through our second spring, or second winter here, and I'm telling you, it was mild but still cold to a point. So anyways, let's talk for a couple minutes because I have nothing much to say. I want to say happy Valentine's Day to Jose. My heart belongs to you. I hope you're doing okay. And, I got a letter finishing up. I apologize. I'm supposed to be mailing them. I'm kind of lazy on that. You can blame Chloe for it. It's her fault. She doesn't motivate me sometimes to get those letters out to you, Jose. Your fault.
Yes, I am, because I write those letters to Jose, or else.
So, a couple things I want to talk to you today about is I was looking at entertainment packages. Now, as you all know, I have HBO, I have Showtime, I have Cinemax, I have Stars, I have Amazon, and I have Disney. So I got the basic stuff that I use. Unfortunately, Chloe and I haven't sat down and did a movie night in a while. We've been vegged out on games in the evenings.
Yeah, I've been helping you out on your...
And so one of the things I want to tell you about...
Go ahead.
Not you, the audience, is I decided the last night to go ahead. I'm still working on my commander's rank. I'm still working on my guild hall I'm putting together as a plan. But right now, I went and got the expansions, okay? The other expansions. The reason for it is I'm so into Heart of Path of Fire that once I complete Path of Fire on my own name, I'm going to be spending some time running around the Crystal Deserts and so forth in the 4 zones, clearing out, I think it's 4 zones, might have been 5 zones. Anyways, clearing out and getting all the masteries. Chloe and I need to work on the masteries for me, and I need to get my mounts and everything mastered. And then, because I found the desert to be more of my liking and home style anyways, as a base of operation over the rest. And then once it's done, I will go in and finish up the Heart of Maguma, which is the Maguma jungle of Heart of Thorns. And then when that's done, I will start Living World Season 2, 3, and 4. I should have started Living World Season 2 since I haven't, apparently Living World Season 2 is in between the vanilla game. I should have bought that afterwards and kept playing it, but Chloe didn't say, "Oh, well, you buy credits, and you do this." Instead, she's like, "Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know." I mean, Chloe was like, "I don't know." So, so last night Chloe was saying, "Oh, well, I bet you got to go get your dip can, and you got to send me to get dip, and you got to do this." Not really. So, one of the things is so I went out and I got the expansion packs last night for Living World Seasons 2, 3, and 4. Now, 2, 3, and 4 was about $30, but that'll give me another couple hundred hours of entertainment. Okay, now, for some of you out there wondering, "Oh, well, what are you going to do?" Well, I'm doing some research, okay? I probably put in a close to, I would say, in a 3-year period, probably close to 500 hours or more, completing just the vanilla free game of Guild Wars 2. And then I've already put in approximately almost 60 hours just on the game expansions, the expansions on for both games, 60 hours. So if you look at it, I probably put in close to almost 1,100 hours, I would think, or take in 3 years on Guild Wars 2. So I'm kind of vested in this game, but I'm also looking at options. You know, when they don't run. I mean, for example, Chloe used to sit there, and Chloe's probably put in a close to 2,000 or 3,000 hours, maybe even 4,000. The problem with Chloe is, and I know some people out there like to name her a nickname like dipshit. Well, I'm going to use that name temporarily and say that dipshit of a gamer with over 4,000 hours hasn't even completed everything in the Heart of Mazuma or any of the others. I mean, literally. I mean, if you got that many hours, you know. Now the solo.
So this Hero Challenges in Heart of Thorns, this group event, and until they made Heart of Thorns free with Path of Fire, there was nobody doing them. Then ever since they did that promotion, now people all of a sudden are doing these events now.
Is that why there's more group events and what, Path of Fire, you said?
No, ever since they include Heart of Thorns, ever since GM2 decided to include all expansions in one pay. And the thing is that they're doing is you have a pay account, you get all expansion contents no matter what. Now people's been showing up at like these Heart of Thorns events where in the past they weren't. Now they're all showing up. It's easier.
Well, like I said, I spent probably close to $60 for everything. And $60 for everything, $65 for all the content, you know, so I can continue playing it for. Well, a lot of people say, oh, well, it could be a waste of money. But, you know, if you look at the hours I put in the free game, okay, you know, for some of you out there, I'm trying to do some research. Now, one of the things I want to talk to you today about is gaming, okay? Now, as you all know, I've been looking at Final Fantasy 14 and 15. Now, 14 costs $15 a month, okay? Now, that's a little bit of money per month. You know, that's like a little entertainment. But I'd have to do some research to find out about the PlayStation 4 PC versions of Versus and make the decision. Now, the other thing is I was looking at Elder Scrolls Online. Now, let me tell you a story about Elder Scrolls Online and the rest of the editions, okay? And this is just, like I said, a short video today. You know, because I paid $60, okay? That'll give me probably a good 200, 300, maybe 400 hours or more, depending on how fast I get through the area. Now, Chloe knows I like level grinding, and the level grinding system is hard, okay? When you get up there, you have to acquire mastery points. The more mastery points you have, the more things you can learn. Like right now, I'm learning mounts, basically. They're like horses. Well, I got 3. There's 5 mounts you can get originally. I'm mastering the Springer because Chloe's like, oh, you need to master the Springer. Well, that's fine and dandy, but you know, there's the Raptor, the Springer, the Skimmer. The Skimmer is cool. It's a flying one that hovers over quicksand, and then
so you can hover higher, and then you get the Jackal and get to where you could teleport through sand portals, which is cool because you could get more places. There's some places you can't get to without Jackal.
You see? So hundreds of hours just to do that. And then I need to get mastery points. And that's what I'm working on. But the game doesn't give them fast enough.
Actually, you just got to go to Mastery Insights, and I'll take you to more Mastery Insights. I'll take you to the Mastery Insights. There's you know that snowy place in Desert Highlands we went to? There's 2 more areas I could take you to that has Mastery Insights. There's 2 more Mastery points right there you can get. There's places I know where there's insights, and I can get you those points. Well, you know what we should do is put some time in where we're just hunting for mastery points for you.
Well, I need to get some of my specialty skills done anyways. I mean, right now my bar level ain't moving at all.
Because once you get a mastery point, once you get a certain mastery point, you have it for an entire account. You don't have to worry about getting it for any other character.
Well, my point is does that mean like if I start a new character, my mount's already ready?
Yeah, your mounts Whatever mounts you've unlocked, whatever masteries you unlocked with one character, it applies to all characters.
So basically, let me talk to you about gaming now. Now, I could sit here and talk hours and hours of rubbish in front of my channel about Guild Wars 2, learning. I'm still learning, literally.
You could have a Jackal mount and do ley line gliding with a level 2 character if you've already unlocked it with the level 80 character.
Yeah, well, with me, but anyways, some of the items I'm looking for in the future is better armor and gear, but like Chloe says, I have all the best armor and gear. There's nothing more that you can get, except for rings, which the rings looks, I don't know what the difference is in the rings. So.
Well, what you're looking at, Black Line, is not the best you'd have access to. Once you get enough laurels, you're better off using laurels to buying Ascended jewelry, which was what I have.
Well, even so, Ascended doesn't mean jack to me because you still got to bet. Even if you have like the best Ascended armor and jewelry, you're still basically weak against some of those enemies in the desert.
And the Ascended part helps a little bit at least, and that's why I got. I have an Ascended armor vest from my neck.
You know what upset me last night is we're going around, we're trying to find my markers. When Chloe helped me out, that's no problem. We kept running into these same enemies, like kill these mummies and kill this and kill that and kill this and move these things over to this little dome, And I'm like, why the hell are we doing this again? I mean, literally, I was so overwhelmed with too many Goonies last night. So basically, it's cool. It's really cool. So basically, let's talk about what's on my mind, okay? Well, I was looking over people. People are saying, what's better, Guild Wars or Elder Scrolls 2? People are saying, well, Guild Wars is free. Elder Scrolls you got to pay. Guild Wars, if you pay the expansions, you don't have to pay a subscription. It's free. And then you have other people talking about other things and so what I was looking up today, still doing some research, is PlayStation Online. If you need, a subscription for Elder Scrolls Online on the PlayStation Network. If you don't, I just was gonna load the game up, play it through my console, and enjoy it that way, and see how it plays, and see if it can be cross-played with the computer as well. So I wanted to do some emails today. That was my goal. I had some emails I needed to do once the mail comes in. I'm getting ready to figure dinner out, whether it be club sandwiches or club sandwiches or what was the other thing I was thinking of, you guys? Club sandwiches or
something or other.
Or ribs tonight. I might do ribs tonight. And here is Mr. Moppins. Yeah, look at him. Hello, everyone. I'm going for a walkie, too. Yeah, walkie. He's my little fat little slub. Look at him. He looks like a little fat little taco. Oh, you know what's wrong, huh? You don't want to be up here with me? Come here. You're so adorable. So, oh, you're loved. Don't worry, you're a loved little boo-boo. So basically, I was looking at Elder Scrolls Online as an option for entertainment too. Because if I can master all of Guild Wars 2 until they give new content, then I'm going to need to get something else. So I was looking at World of Warcraft, but that game doesn't look too appealing. I don't know if you need a special keyboard, you have to have a special mouse or whatever. I mean, I have to do extensive research on that. That's one thing my family always thought of me as a research hound. And so the other thing is I'm looking into picking up some on layaway, setting up a layaway for a camera. I think I'm just gonna go buy a camera. I think Jose would love me to get into photography and do some pictures for him. And then there's the whole. I still got 2 packages of coffee lined up to send him. Through Amazon. And then the other items I want to talk about besides Elder Scrolls Online is, buying and setting up my game, and then buying the computer games. I'm going to email Bethesda about Elder Scrolls Online and talk to them about the subscription fee, and if I have to pay double the fee if I pay PlayStation 4 or PC, or it's all one fee. And then the other thing I was looking at is Final Fantasy 14. They have a game where you pay for the game, and then you put it in it, and they say, oh, it's a download code, and you'll be downloading for like 20 hours. So that's the time you don't use the computer, and we have pretty fast internet, but I don't want to be downloading for 20 hours just for a game too. So technically, even though we're running a 1 gig download, 1 gig upload, it still takes a lot. I mean, it takes 3 hours a time to WoW, World of Warcraft, just to do I have it on my computer, but I haven't played it because, I'm just doubting about paying, And so, they're like, well, if you pay $15, you get all the expansions. It's like, yeah, well, I don't know if my computer can handle all the expansions. So, because they're always, And so, I'm dabbling in online gaming. So, it's a good feeling. So, anyways, so I'm looking at Elder Scrolls Online. I'm looking at Final Fantasy 14, and then I'm looking at WoW. More likely, my next one's going to be ESO, probably. Just depends. But just to let you know, Chloe, I think she left. So if she did, I can explain something that's sad, which is Chloe was complaining today that it's unfair that I want to get ESO while she doesn't have it. And it's like, look, you don't have an income, so I shouldn't be supporting you on a game because you should be packing up and leaving, and yeah, we're still waiting, which, sorry about that, which, before I go, I want to share with you all that that's what I'm working on, a camera on layaway, looking at desktop computers for eventually, and etc. So right now I'm looking for a system that has CD-ROM. I don't want to download anything if I don't have to, but there's a lot of games out there that's downloadable only, like Guild Wars. Eventually I might try the first Guild Wars, but I don't know. Right now I'm enjoying Guild Wars 2 too much. And it's a better alternative than booze because I get to sit down, in my gaming chair and play hours and upon hours, and the problem is you burn so many hours is on the battlefield you have a lot of enemies and they just keep coming. And with my bears, my ranger, I have that animals, so I can actually work on my skills. So, and then once my and so far I found the staffs and the daggers to be useless. I use longbows myself. Longbows and short bows. And then I use a 2-handed sword that's got sigils that burns and does lightning. So to me, it works really well. So to me, I can't complain at all. So, I'll keep you guys informed. But right now I'm talking, Elder Scrolls Online, WoW, and other issues. So this video is going to be short. Like Chloe said, she wants to get her chores done and then gaming tonight. And then once the dishes are done and the chores are done, we can get into the game. We've been playing till around 4 in the morning, which is a good time to stop and not put a movie in and sleep. And I think, this is going to be really good. It's been good entertainment. It's been free entertainment after I paid the initial cost. I bought the expansions this month. And then I bought the thingies so I can start doing the masteries more so I can get my masteries up because I'm really enjoying it. I mean, I've met a lot of good people with the level 200 and 300 masteries, that we'd be in a battle, and they're like chatting to me in the chat box going, hey, let's take out these enemies and let's take these enemies and let these people do their job. And it's like, right on, I can do that. I'd rather do that than basically, and Chloe's like, keep on my back, protect me. And I'm going, whatever. But we went up against Chloe's game, beating the Heart of Fire last night for her, Pacifier, and it wasn't bad. I mean, I know what to expect, and it's not bad. But there's some enemies out there where guys were one guy basically brought in a fire hydra, and then we had like a team match basically against some like 4 fire hydras next to that walked into this protected dome. We had to literally use our wits to kill it because these 4 fire hydras that are veterans, and veterans are hard, especially when you're going in against 4 fire hydras. So and then the guy was like apologizing, like, yeah, I ran away from him and trying to get to Balthazar, and this is what I get. And I'm like, dude, let me be a low level. He's like, you're not low level, you're low mastery, but still, and I've had people come up to me, and be like, hey, are you doing a raiding squad? And it's like, yeah, you want to join? Yeah, let's go raid bounties. Next we're doing bounty raids, and we'd run up to an enemy, and all of a sudden it's like all of us going up against elites, they're the highest. There's elites and legendaries, and I'm like, these things are more powerful than the end bosses or the expansion bosses. And they're like, yeah. So, and as a ranged fighter, I've had people sit there and say, look, you take the long range, we'll go in full force, keep raining arrows down, and make sure swap your bearers out, One guy laughed because I used one called Dirty Smelly Tights, as my security binky, as my snow leopard, and it doesn't do too bad. And then I have Rita Lee, the polar bear, because I'm Native American, so my totem's the polar bear for anger. And then my other totem animals are the rabbit and stuff, and and birds and cats, and then on top of that, you had the other enemies that were really great, which was the snow leopard, and then I have a brown bear named Moppy, named after my dog, and I keep Moppy 99% of the time in my party because he basically take down things, and I could just say sick him, and he goes and runs up and starts attacking the enemy, and then so it's a good game. So I'll let you know what I come up with those online games, those 3 games. I'm looking at Final Fantasy 15 too, which is offline. So I'll keep you guys informed. So please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestions. Hit that like, subscribe button so it's funny for your family. Hit that bell notification. It's new content every day. Thanks for watching, everyone. Captain's Log Out, NCC 77246, USS Excelsior. This transmission ends now.